You're holding a dollar bill right now, or maybe it's in your wallet, or just a number on a screen. It feels solid, reliable. But here's the thing, that money is quietly, relentlessly losing value every single day. Not because of some conspiracy, not because of a bad economy this week, but because that's literally what money is designed to do in our world. This is the story of why money depreciates, and why that process might be one of the strangest, most powerful forces shaping human civilization for the last few thousand years. Think about it. Your ancestors worked hard for coins or shells or beads that held their value across generations. But today, that coffee you bought last year would cost noticeably more now. Your grandparents' house, it might seem like it gained value, but adjust for what money can actually buy. And the picture gets weird fast. Money doesn't stay still, it slips. And understanding why might change how you see everything from your paycheck to the price of bread. Let's go back to the beginning. Before paper money, before banks, humans used all kinds of things as currency. Cowrie shells in Africa and Asia, giant stone discs on Yap Island, beads, cattle, salt. The key was scarcity and trust. Something hard to get, easy to carry, and everyone agreed it had value. But then came coins. Around 600 BC in Lydia, modern-day Turkey, they started stamping metal with the king's face. Gold and silver had intrinsic value. You could melt them down. They didn't rot. For centuries, this worked pretty well. A coin was a coin. Then empires grew. Wars got expensive. Roman emperors needed to pay soldiers and build aqueducts. So what did they do? They started mixing in cheaper metals, diluting the silver content. Same face on the coin, but less actual silver. Sound familiar? That's debasement, the original form of inflation. The coin still said it was worth the same, but everyone could tell it wasn't. Prices rose. Trust eroded. The empire felt the strain. Fast forward to paper money. It started as promises. This note is worth X amount of gold. Governments and banks issued them because carrying gold around is heavy and dangerous. But the temptation was always there. When times got tough, wars, crises, pandemics, rulers printed more notes, more promises than they could back with real gold or silver. In the 20th century, we dropped the gold standard entirely. Nixon in 1971 was a big moment. Now money is fiat. It's valuable because the government says it is, and we all agree to play along. No intrinsic backing, just trust and laws. So why does it depreciate? There are a few big reasons, all dancing together. First, the money supply. Central banks control how much money exists. When they print more, whether to fight a recession, fund spending, or keep interest rates low, the total amount of money grows faster than the stuff we actually produce. Goods, services, houses, food. More dollars chasing the same number of things means each dollar buys less. Basic supply and demand. Second, velocity and confidence. If people expect prices to rise, they spend faster. Businesses raise prices in anticipation. It becomes a self-reinforcing loop. A little inflation is normal, even healthy, economists say. It encourages spending and investment instead of hoarding cash under the mattress. But too much, and it spirals. Third, debt. Modern economies run on credit. Governments, companies, people borrow huge amounts. Inflation makes old debts easier to pay back with cheaper dollars later. It's like owing someone a favor when you're stronger. A quiet way to reduce the real burden of debt. Look at history's wild examples. Weimar Germany after World War I. They printed money so aggressively that people burned it for heat because it was cheaper than firewood. Wheelbarrows full of cash for a loaf of bread. Zimbabwe in the 2000s. Venezuela more recently. Hyperinflation destroys savings, wipes out the middle class, and rewrites society. Even normal inflation compounds brutally over time. At 3% a year, your money loses half its purchasing power in about 24 years. That's not dramatic on a screen, but it's why pensions and retirement planning get so complicated. Yet here's the fascinating part. This system, flawed as it is, replaced the old gold standard for a reason. Rigid money supplies can choke growth during crises. Deflation, money gaining value, sounds good, but leads to hoarding, falling prices, layoffs, and depression spirals. A little controlled depreciation keeps the economic engine turning. Our ancestors around the campfire traded favors and goods directly. Then came money as a technology to solve the double coincidence of wants problem. You have fish, I have tools, but I don't want fish right now. Money lets us trade across time and space. Today that technology is digital, global, and managed by algorithms and committees. But the core human behaviors haven't changed. Greed, fear, trust, power. Governments and banks wield money creation like a tool, sometimes wisely, sometimes disastrously. The uncomfortable truth? Inflation is a hidden tax. It transfers wealth from savers to debtors, from the old to the young, from those who can't hedge to those who can. The rich own assets that rise with inflation. The poor hold cash that melts. So why does money depreciate? Because we chose a system that prioritizes growth, flexibility, and spending over perfect stability. Because power structures benefit from it. Because perfect hard money has its own brutal failures. Next time you check your bank balance or feel the pinch at the grocery store, remember, you're not just seeing prices go up. You're watching one of humanity's oldest inventions do exactly what it's been doing for centuries. Slowly, steadily changing shape. Fire, smoke, skin, clothes, and now this. Human stories, written in the numbers we trust every day. What do you think? Should we go back to something harder? Let me know in the comments.